riding it? How do I sign?
Providing reliable, timely, and safe transportation service to our clients.
That simple? You done? Now that
079 Industrial Park, Bastyr, St.
Pick your position, yeah. Hey, the girl them bend right over. Make the girl them bend. From the front, oh yeah. Hey, pick your over. Make the girl them bend right over.
Juve Express.
Everybody on step a ladder. If you're coming down from the mountain, you could see it over the top. Step a ladder. When the people tell you they cannot.
A lot of the older folks is waiting about that.
But if there's a similarity between, as you say, the stickler rhythm and
have a woman power together. Can you imagine a woman power show with Antigua St. Kitts?
Yeah, and I think it's up to you all.
There's a lot of money to be made.
Let me tell you something. And this is something that's got me kind of confused. You know?
Music is just like
come on. Guyana and French Guyana, man, them don't know that, man. But like we say, we have these people that are in the front leading things that they have nothing of.
Can you one more?
No. Little talk on the music industry on this Facebook page. If you know a couple friends and they want to view the show, they can view it on YouTube also. So we just started that about maybe 2 weeks ago. And a little distortion, I guess, because we needed to get the levels right. So some folks are saying that sounded a little distorted. I guess they had too much power going into the mic. Sorry. And see if right and good and clean. Give me a thumbs up or type in the comments. We can hear you. Good. And then we get things going. Don't forget to share the live. Let everybody knows that we are live. So let everybody know. Touch a little bit of the Trini friend, and I think it was Saturday night that really went viral. Seeing things on both, because I heard that they getting thumbs up. Okay, good. So yeah, so they actually let's talk about Buju Banton scheduled to perform in Trinidad, and leading up to this, it was like some headaches, because I read that once you have a criminal record, without hearing about it, you learn something every day. So, and leading up to that, and so they had to actually the Minister of National. I can't believe the promoters didn't know. They dropped the ball, and that the show almost didn't happen. They dropped the ball. Actually happened that the country, that's the law. So you can cost them. But the thing is, the promoters dropped the ball on that for Buju Banton to actually get into Trinidad. Okay, cool. So everybody say, okay. On Facebook, Buju Banton's hotel room, and after they left, Buju went viral in minutes. And when I say kick up, let's kick up. But it was rather, I don't know, it's rather weird. And where they actually went in and searched in his warrant, they get a warrant, and then maybe 2 hours later, the Commissioner of Police of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. apologized and shook hand and take a photo up with Buju Banton. Don't understand where that warrant comes. Yesterday was a holiday, Easter Monday, so I was busy yesterday. Sunday was the show, but I didn't really. I just hope my Trinidad take on what happened. How was the show? Cause I have not seen nobody post about it, so I'm not sure anything. And what's not? Big up my boy Stargate on the phone. So my boy Stargate, I ain't hear much about it. I don't know. I still waiting on the take on it, but the search of Buju Banton, the police does who some down there need to go to the person who's the officers who went on that search. Big up my boy Stargate. Stargate, you need to call in tonight because we got to touch this year. Many. 15 years? 15 years about it. So you gotta call in. I'll let you all know when the lines are open. But actually the Buju Banton. Okay, well, this week, I'll try to deal with the issue over the weekend. I had a kind of busy weekend, so yeah. Buju Banton, news, boy, y'all went international in like a minute. You know, y'all went international like in minutes, man. And when I saw the video from Buju Banton, I was like, what you saying? Ain't gone an hour yet. And so if you think it was a fake or everything, it was a fake, it was a real show, I want you to call in and give us a take of how did it went. And so it was said with the culprits close by 696652685. Call in and say a piece, man. Though it was kind of weird. It's weird. I'm not sure if it's fake or real. I don't know if it's too. Heated. And so call in 1-869-665-2685. You can see the number going across the caller you're on. Hello?
Greetings from
Fabian.
the...
What's up, man?
All right. Well, plenty is up. No, I didn't attend the concert for reasons beyond my control, but I'm fully aware of everything that went down, you know.
Right.
And I mean, the concert was being promoted as the I Am Legend.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it seems like I Am Legend is a franchise that is even going to Guyana next.
Okay.
All right, sometime in May.
Okay.
You know, so it's a big brand they're building here. So the thing about it is, Buju Banton has a lot of fans in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
As a certain age demographic of 35, 45 up to 60. Because that's the time. It's in the 80s where Buju Banton songs were really booming in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And he has a huge following here. We even heard that people from as far as Norway and Sweden and France found it cheaper to come to Trinidad and Tobago to be part of that concert. The numbers I'm hearing so far is that it had about 30,000 people in the end.
Wow.
That is 10,000 less than what Marshall Monday would attract.
Right.
Right? Or Marshall Monday would attract about 40,000 people.
Okay.
That's a max out concert in terms of health and safety.
Right.
The fire officers wouldn't let anyone else in after 30,000, 40,000 people. So the promoters, I would say they scored big time.
Right.
The burning issue is that story where, I mean, we in Trinidad, it came across in the news when Buju arrived at the airport.
Right.
There was a big fanfare. They were drumming, African drumming, huge welcome. And then fast forwarding to the Instagram post with Buju saying, I was just, who were prepared to go to that concert were like, what the hell is this? This is very embarrassing.
Yeah, right.
You know, permission for him to get here through our National Security Ministry, and then to do this. You know, it didn't come across as right. In the hotel of Buju Banton to express what and the matter in there. And I believe at that point, it's where it was probably arranged that Buju would invite them.
Right.
The commissioner cannot just go to concert and say, hey, just stop the music, I'm coming on stage. It couldn't have happened that way. So I think that was really pre-planned, that the commissioner would be called on. Just to fast forward, even for how the commission, and to know that he's in Trinidad, to have of that, whatever, in manner, you know. No, I want to say this. And one thing I Escobar or Guzman, Lord or Kingpin, stop treating the man like a convicted drug lord, you know. And I have done research on oral prison, where he actually took that thing, and as soon as I'm on social media, always just knocking people, calling this man a convicted drug. Let's don't do that. Yes. You ask people, what have they done in the 10 years while Buju was in prison? The concert was, I mean, people got their money's worth. It's like we had, the format of the concert is the promoter made sure and give our local reggae artists, soca artists, a local artist called, what his name is, just slipped my mind. But they're big in the reggae field here in Trinidad and Tobago. And then it was Luciano.
Okay, wow, okay.
And then they brought, they brought Coffee. This girl.
Yeah.
And her set was like about 16 or 18 minutes. And the crowd just is the next Bob Marley.
Yeah.
This is what we're hearing here.
Yeah.
You know, every lapped it up. And then do not argue with people who are connected to artists in a very emotional and spiritual way. They are real fans. When women talk about, I hear a woman, she and her two sisters went the concert and they said they were singing along with Buju and crying. We need to understand that. No alcohol, they're on a high.
Yep. They're on a musical high, yeah.
That's it. That's the power of music. The highlight of the program where he did stop his performance and says, someone wants to say something. And that's when the commissioner was brought on stage and he flew as far as Africa. And he apologized on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago, and moving forward, this would continue to be a great relationship between Trinidad and Jamaica. And yes, he say that's the take on it.
More coming out of Trinidad. Yeah, so good body faith scenario or what happened and saying this, that, blah. Negative turning in June. I think it's going to sink because out. So each does he have after Trinidad? I think his next stop is in St. Kitts, but some shows came out. I'm glad to see that something. Alright, so don't forget, keep sharing the live. Also, we are also streaming those TV boxes on your TV and look at the show. The show is expanding slowly, so I hope and I'm glad that we get some calls last week. And what's not, but and I haven't looked at the NBA playoffs yet, so I will try my best to try to fit in the NBA playoff a little bit and see if I get that. But in the meantime, we're gonna kind of touch on the Kevin Little that we had last week topic also, and to know how Kevin Little, because I won the world with superstar. You have to do the doing. They gotta know how to sign when it comes to it. Because right now, Sam Martin, out of St. Thomas, and what's what? I'm not getting much right now. What is no? You know, I need to know. I don't know. Somebody tell me what is the hottest song coming out of St. Village, starting up and stayed up some late nights. Some late nights of watching the Village performance of different bands and artists from different something the channel, I forgot what the channel stream of those concerts there a couple of years back. I'm not sure if they're still up and running, but what is the Virgin Islands right now? But I'm not. Let me know what is the problem. That's a problem we have in the Virgin. I mean, not in the Virgin Islands. Then, and I think we talk about this before. Back then, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, they didn't have this much technology what we have today. Technology that where you could get music, you're not seeing those music at all. So what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem of distribution of music during Carnival show? Go right down to Trinidad. Still naming that wave. What's not the whole 9 years getting those? They look in the eBay, they see W or something. Artists need to start labeling the stuff properly. You're doing the proper way. Making sure they get all those paperwork done. Stop sending out your music like it's like a bar shop style. List your music, register your music, label your music, everything, so people can find you. This whatever the fans, everything, they're supposed to absolutely able to find you. A SoundCloud, you're supposed to got a Facebook fan page. You're supposed to got anything new artists. Separate your personal life on your fan page. No, it's a no. If you have a personal Facebook page, put it over there. But do not put your personal stuff on your business pages, meaning your music pages. Same goes for Instagram. Put an Instagram. You don't mix both of them in one page, or it's going to cause controversy. You are going to cause controversy on yourself. You're going to cause problems on yourself. Make sure you do things the right way and the proper way. You understand? So do things the right way. Do not, and I mean, and do not bring, if you got up your fast. You see how Mr. Killer said, one we not, and I mean, do not. If you know you got a little problem with your woman, or you got a little problem, keep it off Facebook. Do not bring it on, or any social use that against you. Also, okay, it seems that we got a little call here.
About just got a little time to peep and a little show there, see what's going on.
Okay.
As usual,
what happened over the weekend.
It really is up on them for nothing. They're working with the feds, you know, man.
Yeah.
So their whole thing is to make sure that the feds' work is carried out. Sorry. So unless you wanted to track the island, you understand? they provided that you let the man come in the island and embarrass the man.
Commissioner of Police down there.
For me, all of them working under the same set of, system.
You don't think they should I hope he stick to his
Man make politician look good. It's like, okay, this year will be a little crackdown on crime, so when election come, you have to remember, well, your government did make sure that good coming out of that. You understand? Buju is a way to make example. Put a Jack Buju right back in the hurricane again. Simple, so.
But,
and they didn't find anything.
And I'm not sure if you had catch Fabian earlier when he said that I think his time.
Well, to tell you the honest truth, right? To the Corey map. You understand? The judge say he was innocent. Logical effect doesn't change for any. And that way they are. And it is not even Buju is the main thing here right now. The difference for how long now Jamaica and Trinidad was some couple national Jamaican. Buju is just one of the big fish they want to make an example of.
Yeah, I still
like I say, Gary Griffith will be, he could be as kind as like Obo. Like I say, all that man is pawn. You understand? So, almost 2 decades, feel the pressure. Yeah, Buju has to do.
I think he told it down.
Yeah, he has to. His back in there, they're gonna put him.
Yeah, cause they got some still hit the man.
Yeah, his back in there, they're gonna put him.
Yes.
If they want to put him.
Got you.
Yeah, right.
Do his thing and make sure nobody plant nothing on him because
he just text somebody who just say they catch you now.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be truthful. It just text somebody to say, yo, sensible thing you ever said in the entire, well, he tore me in office. He said it's only take one person there. Buju can be as, as he wants.
Yeah, he just have to watch his circle. You just have to watch his circle and make sure that.
I say it doesn't start.
Yeah, that one
doesn't start
because nobody didn't expect that. Nobody didn't expect that because they.
I did expect it. I expect some background was going on because the troops and all these whole bunch of foolishness.
Yeah, he just got
as
I said, Steve, right?
New war with this, we're gonna get locked up because they
just gotta.
And we as Caribbean people now adapting and embracing this kind of behavior and see Rastaman talk about it long time, It take time for us to destroy the human race, It divide, and to us, no matter what the levels are, we could not see the wrong in it because no, we don't know the difference between right and wrong because the population supposed to come in us for so many years. I do business with Buju who deal in drugs and they still in office.
Why?
So
that's a whole different topic right there.
Yeah, but it is a part of the thing, not. And that is just say life is no.
Default.
Well, that is it.
That will keep
Bob Marley, radical. He used to be here with some policeman beating up. I understand. So my cousin says best them mature with the Tupac and Biggie Small CDs because they ain't really living up to the expectation. Well, spreading the propaganda.
Yeah, and people.
That's what they do. Yeah, that's what they do. Buju, the more they talk about.
Portraying saying a convict, 10 years or less, calling him convict, or he's a convicted in there, and he's personality changed. He's actually a humble man. He's more quiet now.
Yeah, Benz, the real the man them who used to knock up the thing there. You understand? These guys now are grown underage thing. And after you know what he can do and what he can't, it wouldn't make any sense. These people now, they're trying to mash.
That show came off as a success.
Buju don't tell them no matter what they do, he can't disconnect him from the people.
Exactly, and
so them go for it.
And it said, don't study that. No, any other kind of person would have done. But Buju said,
and that is to show how grown the man grown. Yeah, back then, you don't know Buju don't man what. You don't grown. You don't into the thing.
Yeah.
And it's just time for move on.
Yep.
But these people are pushing the luck, eh? It's not anymore. It's about winning parties on your side.
Yeah.
You have that side, you have this side.
I just hope that
tells them then nothing is to be what you're good to go. Anyhow, you have people close.
Well, an incident like that happens very close.
Well, just, you know,
because I just hope nobody plant nothing on the guy. And hopefully. Alright, so I just missed, like I said, I missed call from
yes.
Kevin when he had the interview with Wanda and all them stuff, and I played the clip last week. I was looking for you because I know we've been discussing this for Adzo because you know we've been discussing this thing for many years. It ain't just let me just come about it. Platinum.
Here's my situation is this. I'm not problem with the comment against Kevin Little, you know. You're talking, you know, I don't have a problem with these regular soca going mainstream. Why soca don't go mainstream? Why the mainstream don't accept soca? What we have to do to make soca mainstream? Blah blah blah. Ray. Mainstream. Soca. Go mainstream. Be on BT. Be on MTV. In the mainstream. Now, what this situation has done, this is my opinion, or what I see, is it has exposed a bunch of people, those same people who are always balling about soca, no clue what we put in soca in mainstream. They have absolutely no clue about what it means to be mainstream. Because if they did, they would not have a problem with what Kevin Little said.
Right.
And that, right? That's there's a difference. There's a difference between, okay, if you know what radio is, and a lot of the radio people will know this mainstream,
right?
And more money than you understand? People don't understand, right? Right? They have been remixed with music, Bollywood movies.
Crazy.
That's money, right? The people don't understand what it means to go mainstream, and he's absolutely right. And sit down and write that, because I don't deal with Facebook thing. I don't know if she have time to sit down and write to them people there,
but she put
right?
Jail, though.
But right, and it's the biggest problem that I keep. We too blasted, or is a Kittish or is an Antigua, and that is one of the, for me, that is one of the view the music outside of view the music. I don't know.
Jail.
And it's if it's a Trini, a flag, or a bit, and that's the problem.
You from?
No, money. That's what it's about, business, right? And that's the problem with us. We looking too much for is a kitchen, or is a that's again coming into the whole, right? I actually see people on Facebook and stuff saying, Jamaicans must not go back to Trinidad again. Treat Buju worse than America.
Exactly.
Than the USA. And the people that talking about the so they put him in jail for 10 years.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what these people are saying. That it is a you would believe the nonsense of people. It gives a lot of ignorant people a forum nonsense.
Yep.
Nothing. Kevin Little
And the thing is,
It failed. Okay, it failed. All right. So what? Think tried to go mainstream. Marshall tried, right, and among international soca markets.
Yep.
Only soca lovers, right? Soca lovers. People feel that because something hit. Oh my, oh baby. Because you have a hit, have soca lovers and pockets of soca about the soca market. We're not talking about soca was being absolutely no clue. And today, to this day, still don't know what soca is.
Nope.
Right? But no song Turn Me On.
How Turn Me On was that big? I was Marshall. I would have do a collaboration with Kevin Little.
Yeah, you could do that, but that may not have been. Yeah, I don't think that would have been. I think they made a mistake. I think they made a mistake.
But I think it turned into a competition, and we saw it. You know, we saw it. Saw it.
Yep.
When Turn Me On went mainstream.
Yep. Yes.
Even went down to water down this music to make it mainstream.
They were,
and it didn't. Even that didn't work. And that is the part got me like, dude, you could have just keep it and fix what's going on in the Caribbean when it comes to marketing, how to do the industry, and then scene in a music
stream, like becoming part of the American, never benefited the Caribbean, because we still get America, forget the rest of the let them come to us instead of us always trying to beg them to take us.
Exactly.
Let them us.
Exactly.
Right. And I think we've discussed this already. Closest.
Yes.
They were the closest.
Yep.
They were the closest, but I don't know what happened. All they start to water down their music.
Documentary, and I think I said it before, with Bunny Wailer. And you know what Bunny Wailer say?
Yeah.
Go you.
Or like Samoa and stuff like that. They have reggae in Samoa and them places.
Yep. Is them
right?
Is them making reggae now? They take your talent, they learn what you do, everything, and then they take it and carry it back and make it as their own, you know. And to hell with you. And
I'm telling you what happened.
Right.
I tell you, the American music industry with the bright lights and the glitter and all that stuff. Who's the hottest female and skinning up herself? I call it Spice, Shenseea. Don't be much shopping, over sexualized. You know, they either talk about how good their underneath is, or how much they can take away a gal. Man, people tired of that stuff right now.
My good friend Fabian down in Trinidad, she just got home. Her pants and everything natural, and she shut it down and sing and just shut it down.
Chronics kind of helped her with that.
Yeah,
it is, but it's not her dad.
Oh, I thought was.
But yeah, I know people thought so. People all thought so, but if you read Chronics,
a bit of Chronics behind it too, with the originalness and naturalness of it. Yeah,
you see, and people talking about it.
Of course,
right, and that's where they make the money.
Yep.
Right, so. I mean, we got so much female artists out there right now. Even let's go back to soca, right? Every one of these female artists, if you notice, all of them have the same stage performance.
Yep.
All of them have the same. Trapping not working no more. Man not thirsty no more. Sex is readily available at a click of a button now. You can go on any selling anymore in music. People want
and all themselves. People
substance. 90s, late 2000s thing. It does
sex. The whole
and they're not even, but it used to be metaphorical.
Yep.
Right?
These girls coming up.
And nobody wants to hear them. I don't want to hear them.
The video with Destra and Spice.
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed with it at all, you know. Video at all, man.
Disappointed in Spice. Because shows where she was on there just with a mic and just ripping lyrics. Right? And doing freestyle and I think that was a long time ago before she started the whole sex thing.
Yeah.
Right? So if there's one person who don't have to sex up the thing and slut up the thing, is Spice, because she has lyrics. I've seen it.
So when she got
I've seen it, but then she changed.
She changed and gone down there because
No,
I tell something.
yeah.
And you see, and you absolutely right with this, because when I see Spice perform one, it's more like you wanted to watch her than listen her, because you're doing these giddy ups to say, okay, the attention is to watch me than to listen to me.
Yeah.
And when she was here, not last year, but year before, was it year before or last year? And and her performance was whack.
And since you have one style, the way she her lyrical delivery is one type of delivery she have. If you listen to all her songs, they all sound the same. The way she deliver her lyrics.
Yeah, and
it's the same.
They got to remember and some people say, oh, y'all hating and it's not we stunts in the music now, in especially
you see, all them people who like to say you're hating on people, all them people jam crew, them people don't you're hating. They don't think, they're not thinkers. So I don't even bother with them.
You know, so I
right? They don't think.
Now these days people are leaning back to give me some lyrical content, and you don't have to dress up. You could dress up as a nun. People,
we don't want to see this no more.
Yeah, you
understand? We want because it's not the old people. It's not the old people pushing coffee. You know, it's not the old people. It's not people our age. Right? So let me move back to reggae. Right? And I know you know this. There's so much artists out there right now that's like you don't hear them play in parties. You don't hear their music play. Look at somebody like what's her name? Bad female, that wicked Lila Ike. Etana, who's been out for years and nobody giving her respect.
Boy.
Right?
Boy. And
she's come to circuits already, right?
Yeah, many times.
Many times, okay.
And she just got some serious songs, you know. Serious, naturally. And
wicked artist.
Of course.
Janine. Janine, very, very good artist. Janine. They have some Virgin Island female artists, reggae artists that bad too. Empress Sativa. Another VIH. They have some nice artists out there.
Yeah, they do.
Right? There's some nice artists out there who think instead of these guys are Ryan King and who this new guy out now that everybody going crazy over. I don't even know one song from him, but I keep hearing his name calling. Chronic Law.
Oh yeah?
Chronic Law. I keep hearing his name calling and that's so Chronic Law. Another one of them new. If you take away the listen to the type of music. Look at the same Ryan King song Tough. Right? I think it's not dancehall.
No.
Right? And a lot of that music right now is not dancehall.
And you know,
it's some kind of poppy kind of high. No bass, there's no bass, there's no, you know.
Let me tell you.
No, there's no bass and no that hardcore bass.
And
like when
it's being produced, and using the original stuff. They started off with the original stuff, because if you listen to them and they have to say, "Give me a dancehall beat," make a gang change up the sound, and that's the problem with gone back.
And then all the foreigners taking up the music and running with it.
Original song and run with it and make millions off it. While
let's go back to what's his name there, Mr. Killer Song, right? That you know, it's going back to pace thing. You know the heavy, you know, not that poppy kind of island pop. You know, and groovy, nothing wrong. And Uncle is very
boy.
I'm looking what the music gonna be like.
I'm looking forward for that. I'm totally looking forward for that because
they've been running down and trying to sound Trini all this time. Now that Trinidad trying to sound different, Marshall and right, particularly two. Yeah, there's everybody there too.
Next month.
Yeah, a little birdie tongue. A little birdie.
By the time that they release, let me know, you know, because me want to hear.
Who it is already?
Okay, I don't.
You know, and do a song.
I don't know who you mean now.
Yeah. So that's yes, out the gate. So because I mean they changed the game. reached out to
You know that.
right.
This out.
Yeah.
And so.
Okay, it's time now. It's time to drop it.
I have to end up in Antigua for in Antigua. And how he said he went down really good. He said he had Luciano there, he had Coffee there.
What?
Yeah.
Farmers, man.
We know that for sure.
It's upon Luciano, right? They say that Luciano is the easiest man to get dubplate from.
Yeah.
They say Luciano would work with you. Luciano tell you, I'm very easy for him to get dub. When people say they get fake Luciano and stuff, people laugh at them. It's like easy. Luciano's the easiest man to get dub.
Yeah, dubplate. Yeah. But they said the show was
yeah.
The show was big. The show was came lock up the search. I keep saying lock up.
Somebody into the rat in the camp.
Somehow I got a feeling there's a close because
out
of the blue.
Watch it, yes. Watch it, people, yes.
Out of the blue, a search warrant on a weekend end up in your hotel room.
Yeah. Was Ghost was there too? Ghost was there too?
Bye. Ghost look like making a comeback here, boy. Ghost look like.
Boy, Ghost like he making a comeback.
Ghost like he making a comeback. Yes, mix it and Ghost and the mic, you know.
Yeah.
And you know.
When I saw Ghost, I was like, what?
Ghost.
What? I don't get big forward, you know. Ghost get big forward.
Ghost learning how to Buju, it was a DJ.
Same thing for a long time.
Turntables and all them there back in the 80s and all them guys ain't just come doing that. So when man say, wow, but you come X, man, the man doing that here sitting here.
Ghost making a comeback, boy.
By every time we see Ghost, you know, Ghost coming up, Ghost showing up like a he doing it, he's showing up like a real ghost now. When they had the first show with Buju and they brought Ghost, I say, yo, I haven't seen or heard almost 15 years or so.
Yes.
Years. I didn't know the guy was still alive. And I want
man, you just sure. Next thing you know, you're gonna hear pinchers and them soon come, boy. That's great, man. You hear pinchers and all them singers stuff. Boy.
But I'm understand.
You remember pinchers is big back in the day, you know?
Yeah.
It's all artists. Like in hitting. You think it's Shabba?
Nah, Shabba was here when it was. Shabba was here.
Oh, you there?
He was there last year. It was last year, boy. I think it was last year for Music Fest.
Shabba was there? Shabba, okay.
Yeah, he's been here twice. I met I was in 2014. But the boy, yeah.
What's she name? Kalisa or something like that. She was there?
His wife, I think.
Is it Jackie, your ex-wife's sister?
Oh no.
Remember the girl Jackie was
Yeah. I don't think so. No.
I don't. Maybe not. Maybe they were.
No, they wasn't married at the time. But right now the only person. And you see, let me tell you something. Buju.
Yeah.
This is like very second hope. He's in a league by himself when he come to sing.
Yeah.
He this is like his second home. He always here. So
you know which artist I've seen the most, which dancehall artist I've seen the most? Beanie Man. I've seen Beanie Man about 20 times.
Yeah, I met Beanie Man.
Cool, man.
I met him already. She always cool. Yeah, she always cool.
Mm-hmm.
She always cool. But I met Beanie Man couple times, and so when I used to work in the hotel industry and cool dude, you know, he cool dude, you know.
If you sit down, remember Beanie Man start when he was like what? 5?
Yeah, man, into this thing.
Remember Beanie Man start when he was little.
Yeah, man, into this thing for
long time. He start on the sound systems, right?
Yeah.
Kid.
I remember they got this show in Miami called Best of the Best, you know?
His performances, it showed us, you know,
out and best.
Beanie Man always put on a show, always.
Beanie Man, that's one thing. Yeah.
Right? Buju's another, always had a good performance. Buju's always had a good performance, even back in the day. Sancho, Luciana next one. Luciana like to jump up on things and Super Blue was bad boys.
Bad back in the day, bad stage. And
Twimo.
And he could do that. I don't think I haven't seen like bad them places deal. But
he started all this rag waving and flag waving and all that stuff. That's him.
Yeah, but
he started. It was non-existent before he started it.
He killed us with it, boy. But you can't blame him, eh? The man had
Yeah, he still
wave a flag and wave a rap.
You know,
ground.
yeah, he's a ground.
And still coming on stage, he's still got it, you know. You gotta hand it to him, you know. He still got it, you know.
He not, yeah, I mean, he old now, right? He old, you know, and, you know.
Got a little something still going there, man. You know, you gotta hand it to him, man. The man.
A show about Calypso.
Yes.
Right? I think you should have some, like, Calypsonians and stuff on there.
Yeah.
You know, and have a show about Calypso and thing, because the Calypso, like, I see people, certain people, they're having some, you know, there's always some sort of issue with Calypso and government, and you know, it's good to have on people, some people, you know. You can get Roxy on, because I know she would want to talk about it. You can get the beer, he loves to chat.
Oh yeah, I know that.
I don't know if you know any, because I had him on
last year before we come up with us.
He loved to talk.
He seems
everywhere.
The art farm,
even in the Great Trinidad is a problem.
Oh yeah. Don't talk about those dear.
Calypso and say they're not getting
social commentary.
Talent. We talking talent for talent. The Calypsonians are more talented than the soca artists, you know. Talent for talent I'm talking about now.
Oh hell yeah. Minutes, eh? Like
remember Marshall started as a Calypsonian, eh?
Yep. Yep.
Marshall started as a Calypsonian.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Hope a lot of them know that.
And this Calypsonian, Ira George, yeah.
Yeah, he was before he get.
He was a Calypsonian.
So deep
before he get to the soca.
In soca.
Yeah.
And so the history of these guys, you make yourself look like a fool when you. That's what the kind of can't hit me. You are standing or because they know we know about the history about everybody and how to pass right up to
even your boy down there in Trinidad there, you know.
Fabian, yeah, man.
You know, whenever Fabian knows his shit, man. I'm telling you, man.
Fabian,
he knows his stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Fabian is a genius.
He knows his stuff, man.
Yeah, you know, he ain't care.
You just have some good guests on there, you know. Fabian is a very good guest.
Yeah, man.
What's the name of that lady that you had on there? What's her name? She's Katishan. What's her name, man? At least he knows her stuff too. Don't get me wrong. But he had a lady there.
Okay, which one?
Grace?
Oh, Grace. Yeah, Grace.
Is Grace she name?
Grace.
Grace.
Oh yeah, why?
Grace.
How I could forget?
Grace. No disrespect to Alicia, because I know she listens, but Grace.
Yeah, Grace.
Grace knows her. Yeah, she knows her shit.
Grace is part of
Grace knows her shit.
Part of the CMO, and so a part of she's the agent for and the sing, and she don't play. And also, she know her stuff. Grace and
you see, we have these minds. We have these minds in the Caribbean, Jamco, and that's what pisses me off. We have people like Fabian. We have people like Grace. Even Alicia. Like we have these people in the Caribbean.
Yep.
Alicia live in the States, but
well, she was.
But we have these people.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But we have these people and the artists and the people who want an industry. They don't go to these people to industry, a real industry, and they don't use them. The governments don't use them. You know, like I make it a hard thing to listen.
Yeah.
To what he has to say.
He has a lot
because he knows his stuff.
He knows his stuff, you know, and he got a lot each other to grow the industry.
Look, we letting a lot of ignorant people act like if they're the wise people and stuff. Like, we need to stop that. Like Fabian, these are the type of people who will get an industry started, and
that's how it's supposed to go. And so thanks for calling. Alright, so that's one boy started in the place, and he said a mouthful. It was a good time. It was last week's topic, and also Buju Banton, and we get to hear some insights of what need to do and what, you know, we might have a live session, or might have a rebroadcast. We're not sure as yet, but stay tuned, and we will be educating the masses as usual. So we might have a guest, maybe a call-in guest, so we could get some information out. And hopefully I get to listen. Alright, so this is your boy Jam Crew. I will see you next week, Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. with a little talk.
Riding it? How do I find riding it?
In the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, with the mission of providing reliable, timely, and safe transportation service to our clients.
That symbol?
You done? Now that was it.
Our philosophy prompt, friendly, convenient.
Pick your position, yeah. Hey, pick your position. Pick your make the girl and bend like that. Make the girl and bend. How you like it? From the front, how you like it? From the pick your position, yeah. Hey, pick your position. Pick your position, yeah. Hey, pick your position, yeah. Hey, pick your position. Pick your position, yeah. Make the girl and bend right over. Make the girl and bend right over. Make the girl and bend right over.
Riding it? What is that? How?
Ride Elite is a private car service provider in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, with the mission of providing reliable, timely, and safe transportation service to our clients.
That symbol?
You done? Now that was it.
Our philosophy emphasizes quality service and effective communication. 869-66CA Paul Southwell Industrial Park, Bastair, St. Kitts. Reach your destination